The biggest testament to Marvel Studios is that their worst production is still better than most blockbusters. Iron Man 2 is a decent action movie with plenty of spectacle, a lot of fun, and an above-average cast. However, it is not pure entertainment in the same way the other Marvel movies are. Iron Man 2 represents a period of growing pains for the studio, where they were trying to figure out how to balance some of the continuity and foreshadowing for the new shared universe. You can find plenty of complaints about this movie, most of which are justified, although Iron Man 2 is not the travesty some fans treat it as. It's a better movie, to put it in context, than, say, Batman Forever, X-Men The Last Stand, and Spider-Man 3, all similar compromised sequels that have been unfairly judged for not living up to elements of their originals. So what works with Iron Man 2? Well, the cast improves this time around. There's more for Jon Favreau, Clark Gregg, and Samuel L. Jackson to do. Gwyneth Paltrow continues to be an ideal female lead for the franchise, having enough personality and agency to rise above the traditional girlfriend role. Don Cheadle is an improvement on Terrence Howard. Cheadle gets the tone of the film, makes up for his slighter physique with authoritative acting, and has genuine chemistry with Downey. While the villains don't entirely work, the additions of Mickey Rourke and the always entertaining Sam Rockwell add to the fun and excitement. Best in show may actually go to John Slattery as the Walt Disney-esque Howard Stark. And not to mention, you still get Robert Downey Jr. He isn't as much of a revelation this time around, but he's still endlessly entertaining. On top of the cast, there are still good jokes and fun action set pieces. The briefcase suit still holds up as awesome. So what doesn't work? Black Widow. She gets some cool action at the end, but her inclusion is sloppy and really detracts from the film. Johansson gets more to work with in later films, but she was not used well in this. The movie is full of things like Mickey Rourke's bird and strawberry scene that just really don't make any sense. The Iron Man War Machine fights seem out of place, as does the inclusion of Captain America's shield. None of these bad things are detrimental, but they add up. And on top of that, Tony Stark is less sympathetic in this film, and the story really isn't about anything. Looking at the bigger picture, The Avengers was a better movie because Iron Man was a worse one. Iron Man 2 did the legwork of introducing Black Widow, establishing S.H.I.E.L.D., and figuring out the Marvel timeline. It isn't great, but it's still fun. Despite the film's missteps, Marvel was still able to churn out one of the better popcorn films of that time.